swear I can breathe. And when I'm with you, I know who I am and who I wanna be. I'm not trying to be dramatic, no. Most times I'm pretty normal. Oh, but let's be clear and honest here and do away with anything formal. I can fake it on my own, but I am lost alone. But when I'm with you, I'm no longer wandering. And when I'm with you, I swear I can breathe. And when I'm with you, I know who I am and who I wanna be. Who I wanna be. But I am wide-eyed with a penchant for running. But how many times does it take till I find that I'm lost when I'm alone? And that's not where I belong. 'Cause when I'm with you, I'm no longer wandering. When I'm with you, I can finally breathe. When I'm with you, I swear to God, I'm who I wanna be. I'm who I wanna be.
My name is James Cooper, and it's my mission to make you a more powerful storyteller. Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to today's live. I'm so excited to be here with the new set. I'm still working on it. It's a little dark, but we're trying for that more cinematic and kind of backstage look. So let me know what you think in the comments if you like it. If it seems too dark, we'll see what it's going to become over the next few days. So anyway, what I want to talk about today is I wanted to talk about mostly tech today, but I also wanted to answer your questions. So if anybody is live and you want to ask any questions about technology, go ahead and pop those questions in the group, and we will definitely talk about them today. But when it comes to going live or creating your video content, there are basically three main things that I'm looking at. And those three things are your message, your delivery, how you deliver that content, and then technology. Technology is always the third and final piece of the puzzle, and yet it's the thing that everybody wants to look at first. So what I wanted to talk about today is we're going to assume that you have dialed in your messaging, that you know exactly who you're talking to, you know what your message is, you know how you help people, and you're able to articulate how you help people with your story and your messaging and your copy, and that part is all settled. And then the next piece, we're going to assume for the moment that you're very comfortable in front of the camera. You know how to deliver, you know how to talk through the lens, not to the lens, that your energy doesn't stop at the glass, but continues through the lens to speak to that person, that one person, as I say, speak to the one that you're trying to reach. So let's assume those two pieces of the puzzle have been fit. How do you accentuate your message with the tools and the technology to support that message? And where do you start? I did a live training just yesterday where we were talking about technology, and everybody wants to know, what camera do I get? What lighting do I get? What do I do for microphone? And some people have $1,000 to spend. Some people have like nothing to spend. And so I want to talk about the main pieces, and depending on your budget range, what I would recommend that you get. So I'm not going to talk brands too much unless you have a specific question on a specific brand. I'm just going to talk in generalities of the types of equipment that you need. And this is really going to be informal and conversational. I don't have any massive slideshow, but what I wanted to share with you are the main three pieces. So if I'm able to switch to my iPad, you're able to, great, able to see that. And so I put myself in a picture-in-picture. Yeah, or side by side, that works too. So when it comes to the tools, there's really three main things you need. You need a camera. You need a camera of some kind. You need something to be able to record the image, and that, for a lot of people, is a smartphone. And you know what? For most people, that is free. Free meaning they already have it, unless you have some ancient flip phone. I don't know anybody that uses an ancient flip phone, but if you have at least a smartphone from the last year or so, the last 2 or 3 years, it is probably good enough. If you have the iPhone 5 or 6, you're shooting in at least 1080p. You don't really need 4K to shoot videos that you're going to put on the internet. But a smartphone, Galaxy phone, Android phone, iPhone, I use an iPhone. This is my iPhone. But just basically you need some sort of device to capture the video. And for a lot of people, it's a smartphone. And that's free. The next level is a DSLR, the next level would be a webcam. A webcam that you can plug in your computer and capture a good image. And I really think Logitech is like the only it's really the only game in town when it comes to quality webcams. And they make some that are older models that are in the, $40 to $60 range, and they make some that are, almost $200, I think, or maybe $150. But a webcam, and let's in the $40 to $150 range. And then when you're ready to go to the next level, the camera that most people are using for their video creation and for their live streaming is a DSLR camera. And the range then becomes massive. You could spend anywhere between $400 to over $2,000. So you have a really wide range to work with. When it comes to DSLR cameras, there's really 3 brands that you hear about a lot, and that is Sony, Panasonic, which makes the Lumix, and then Canon. Now, for years, I was a Canon snob. I would not buy anything that wasn't Canon. If it didn't have Canon on it, I wasn't going to buy it, because I loved their lenses. I thought the lens quality was so good. And I still love Canon glass. I just think they just are really good at making lenses. But what I'm using now is I'm using a Panasonic Lumix GH5. And now that is a camera that is over $2,000. I didn't start with that though. I think I had a Canon Rebel that I was using, but I happen to like the Panasonic. I think it has a really nice cinematic look to it. It's not great for autofocus, I have to admit. The autofocus in Panasonic is kind of crappy, to be honest. But for an all-around camera that I can use in live streaming and get great footage outside, it's my favorite camera that I've ever owned. It's also a sturdy build camera. Now, if you don't have, obviously, over $2,000 to spend, they make Panasonic makes the G7, and I think the G7 right now is going for about $475, something like that, and that includes the lens that comes with it. So that's what I would get personally. I would probably get a Panasonic G7 today if I had less than $500 to spend on the camera. So yeah, everyone has their different tastes. Sony is extremely good in low light situations, and they have the R100, I think it's called, which has become like the new favorite vlogging camera because it's so small. You could put it in your pocket, and it has the power of like a DSLR as far as the 4K quality. But anyway, I digress. So those are the three areas that I focus on as far as camera. You know, if you're just starting out, start using the phone, start using the camera that you have, and that's most likely in your smart device. If you're going to use, a webcam to upgrade, then you can do that. Otherwise, you know, if you can get a DSLR, you can get a used DSLR and get a great quality image. You can still get great quality of DSLRs that are, you know, 4 or 5 years old. So that's camera. The next thing that you definitely want to look at is you want to look at lighting. And so, excuse me, I'm going to turn that volume off. You want to look at lighting. Now, lighting, again, if you don't have a budget, then use the sun. It's the best light source that you can have. And so use the sun and natural lighting. And again, that is free. Face a window and let that natural light come in. The worst mistake you can make is having your back to the window and then you look like you're in the witness protection program. Face the window, get natural light. The best times of day to shoot if you're indoors is when the sun is either high so that you get nice bright light coming in, or just make sure that the sun is not directly coming in to you where you're blind or you have to like put the shutters just to be able to see. You just want where there's a lot of natural light coming through the windows. If you're going to shoot outdoors and use natural light, then the best time to shoot is either in the first 2 hours in the morning when the sun comes up or the last 2 hours of the day when the sun is going down. It's called golden hour. It's a really great time to shoot when you get really nice natural lighting. Now, if you're not going to shoot using natural light, then I recommend getting a softbox. Now, you can get a softbox with fluorescent, I think that's how you spell fluorescent bulbs, and you want daylight bulbs. And softboxes can cost under $100. You know, you can get a good softbox with, you know, anywhere between 1 and 5 bulbs, and you're just going to get nice soft lighting. Now, a lot of people ask me about ring lights. I'm not a huge fan of ring lights because I think that they, first of all, they make your eyes look weird with the weird halo circles around your eyes, and they also are not great for being able to have some shadow. And you know, people are afraid of shadows and they want to just brighten everything up. There's nothing wrong with shadows. If you look at my face, this is my main light, my key light. It's a big softbox, and you can see that I have shadow on this side of my face. That's okay. It's okay to see features of a person's face. When you have a ring light, everything is blown out, or everything not blown out, but everything is lit. And ring lights were designed specifically for beauty products. And so everyone likes the idea of having the camera there and having the ring around you and light everything. But then it makes everything look weird below your chin, and you get weird shadows. And they're also they're just not great lights. I have people that have bought ring lights and then they stick the ring light inside a softbox to diffuse the light because it's just not great quality lighting. Most ring lights also don't have really great, they make the color look distorted. So the way you look on camera is just, your skin tones are all weird. So I don't know, they're cheap and that's why a lot of people buy them, but I just don't think you're going to get the best quality with a ring light. I would rather have 2 fluorescent softboxes, and you can either, if they have dimmer switches, you can place one brighter and one a little dimmer, or, you know, like this softbox, if it's pumping out enough light and you have a wall that light can bounce off of, then you only need one. You don't only need one softbox. So the third is an LED panel, and those usually, the nicer ones come with some sort of diffuser that you put over it. And the reason I like LEDs for a few reasons. One, first of all, they don't use very much power, whereas your fluorescent bulbs can suck power. LEDs don't emit temperature. They're not hot lights. Most LEDs won't put out a lot of heat. And so they're cool to the touch, and you won't sweat under the lights. So that's another reason why I like LEDs. And before LEDs, the drop in light was pretty severe. You had to put the LED right in front of your face. Now the LEDs have really cranked up the power, and so you're able to get really good quality light even from a distance. So that's what I would recommend, an LED light. So the last thing that you really want is you want good sound. And when it comes to really good sound, there's a couple categories. One is a tabletop or desktop mic, which is something like this. This is a Blue Yeti, and sounds okay. There are better ones. There's also mics that go on a boom stand, where you see the person has the mic in frame like this, and it's on a stand. Those mics are great. Some people just don't like to have the mic in frame. But you can have a tabletop mic here, and you can angle it so that it's really not that much in frame, or lower it or put it somewhere where it's really not in frame or just out of frame. The next is a lavalier mic, which is what I'm wearing right now. I'm testing some new audio right now, so my audio is going directly into my camera, and then my camera feed is coming into my eCam. So right now the sound is all running from the camera into the computer. So I'm testing that right now. But I also have a boom mic, which hangs about 5 to 10 inches above my head, and you get quality sound because your proximity to the mic is really close. So that would be a boom mic. And then, so that would be, so you have a lavalier mic, a lav mic, because I'm not going to spell lavalier right now. And then you have a boom or shotgun mic. Now, a shotgun mic is a boom mic. Basically, a boom mic is a shotgun mic put on a boom mount so that it booms over the person. But shotgun mic basically is a mic that goes onto the camera like this. This is a shotgun mic. This is a Video Mic Pro, and it's on my Sony right now. But this is a shotgun mic, and it's shotgun because it's like pointing right at where the person is talking. So the most important thing with sound is proximity is important. So the closer you can get to the microphone, here this is only a few inches, this is only a few inches. The closer you can get to the microphone, the better sound quality you're going to get. That's why the desktop mic, closer you can get. That's why you see podcasters all talking like this, or people have shows and the microphone's right in their face. So that is sound. Those are the three areas. And when it comes to spending on, you can get a lav mic for like $25. What is the name of it? It's in my kit, which I'll share in a minute. The boom shotgun mic, Video Mic Pro makes one, and there's lots. You could see, again, this mic that I use for almost all my video shoots was like $250 when I bought it. I think now it's like $175, and that's an ATR. What is it? It's an ATR, or sorry, it's an Audio-Technica AT875R. It's a great little mic. I love the sound quality of this mic. I'm using the Rode Wireless right now, which I think is about $200. I think it's exactly $199. And there's a transmitter and a receiver that's going into the camera, and I have a lav mic plugged into that. So that's what I'm using as far as sound. So hopefully this is valuable. This is basically the setup that I'm using right now, and you don't need a lot to get started. Look, this is free. This is free. This is $25. And if you have your phone, that's all you're spending $25 to plug a mic in your phone so you get better sound, and you're good to go. You can start making content. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Hopefully this is valuable. If you have questions on any of the gear that I use, I have a new link called, let's see, it's called kit.co/James Cooper. kit.co/James Cooper. I'll put the link in the live, and it basically shows the different kits that I would recommend to you if I were getting video equipment today. There's an under $500 budget link, there's an under $1,000 budget link, and there's an under $1,500 budget link. And I also have a link there for if you're wanting to do Facebook Lives and DSLR. I'm starting that. The good thing about following this link, and I think there's a button that you can follow. The good thing about following this link is that I'm in there every few weeks because I'm constantly learning what is the newest gear that I would recommend, depending on your budget. And so this link is always being updated. Rather than just giving you an Amazon link of like, get this thing, this is a website you can go to that has the most updated gear list that I would recommend. So rather than giving you a printout of a gear list, just go to this website. You can follow me, and when something changes, I think you get notified. I'm not sure. But if you're ever in the market for buying something, you can always go to this link and see what new thing. And if you buy it from there, yes, it's an affiliate link, and I don't know what I even get, Amazon gift card. But I don't even really care. If you buy it from somebody else, I don't care. But at least you'll see what other people are, what the newest things that I would recommend for you to get now, depending on your budget range. So hopefully this is valuable. If you have any questions, go ahead and post them in the Facebook group. I'm going to do a live in the Facebook group every Tuesday at 2 o'clock. And if you're on, you can say hi, you can ask questions, and I will answer those questions in the post if you're not here live, if you're watching on a replay. And if there's any other information or content that you need me to create, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.